Welcome to Bansko, Bulgaria, where I've been self-quarantining for 14 days now, and the only thing that's kept me sane in this tiny little flat is the view of the incredible Pirin Mountains. My quarantine is over tomorrow, so I'm going to be going straight up that mountain. See you then. Dobro utro, good morning. Time to start this hike, and I figured the best place to do it would be down here in the middle of town in Bansko with this guy, Paisi. And he is credited with the Bulgarian revival. After 500 years of Ottoman rule, he was the one who rediscovered all the culture and the history of Bulgaria and wrote it down. And it's commemorated here in Bansko because that's where he was born. But now it's time to go up the top of that mountain. We are at 881 meters altitude. It's 8:15 a.m. So let's go. Top end of town, you can just see the gondola station behind me there. My plan is to walk straight up the ski slopes, get up to Vihren. I'm a little bit nervous because, as you can see, there's plenty of cloud up there right now. It's supposed to be a completely clear day today, so hopefully by the time we get up the top there, it'll all be cleared up. And just up here, there's like a man-made weir, which creates essentially an infinity pool at the top there. Since I've been here in Bansko, there's been a little group of us that go and do some cold water bathing. It's a pretty good recovery, detox, good for your circulation. And it's so hot here during the day that jumping in that icy cold water and then coming out and warming up afterwards, it's just fantastic. Fairly easy, this first section. Nice consistent gradient, none too steep. And it's interesting because I plan on coming back here in the winter to learn to ski. Probably the next time I see this area, I'll be scooching down it on skis or falling down it, more likely. Okay, just stopping here for a quick break. Get some water in me, hydration key. Finish the ski road section now. They've got all kinds of summer activities up here at the gondola. There's shooting behind me, the biathlon centre. There's the big water slide, which I think is one of the longest, if not the longest in the world or Europe, something. It's very long. There's crazy golf, there's the bar and stuff up here as well. And of course, the hiking, the mountain biking. You can get up here on trail bike. It's a great summer and winter destination. It's 10:15, so it's taken me 2 hours to get up to this point. So up here at Vihren, the hike was beautiful up through from the middle gondola through Banderista, and then the mountains just on either side of you as you go up through this incredible valley full of these alpine meadows. And also near the memorial is by Kushev's pine, and you go up these rickety man-made stairs which are there to keep you off the roots. And it's hundreds of years old, this enormous great big old pine tree. It's about 11:20 now, so that's 3 hours up here to Vihren, and from what I understand it's another 3 hours up there to Vihren Peak, and it's going to get steep and difficult from here on in. So Vihren Peak is not going to climb itself, so let's get on with it. Oh man, it's slow going now. Straight up this boulder field from the hut. It's still hot in this valley. Someone of my mass, this is where things get a little bit tougher. Still, no pain, no gain. And Vihren Peak is not going to summit itself, so I'll best carry on. Ran into a few funny looking goats just back further down there. Vihren Peak's not going to conquer itself, so I'd best get moving. Yeah, looking good. So I've stopped here in this little alcove for 3 reasons. 1, I need another rest. 2, the view is spectacular. And 3, I think it's the last little bit of shelter I'm going to get before I head along the path that way and then back up behind me and all the way up there, which is the last bit up to Vihren Peak. And I can see people clambering up there now, and it looks exposed and it looks cold, so I'm going to put my jumper on and head on up there. But down in this valley, like, the flowers are incredible. They're all so tiny and there's so many different types. I'm not particularly into wildflowers per se, but if you are, this is a hell of a place to come and look at them. Made it. That there, that's Vihren Peak, and 2,914 meters, which means I've just climbed just shy of 2,000 meters from the town of Bansko all the way up here to Vihren Peak, which I think is the 2nd highest peak in the Balkans. Took me about 5.5 hours in total. I'm going to go and get my photo and then figure out what to do next, because I'm looking over this way and there's a whole load of interesting peaks and ridges over there. And I think while I'm up here, I might as well just try and tick off a few more of those as well. I decided to come and check out these other peaks and the incredible Conchetto Ridge. It was a bit sketchy getting around there. Plenty of handrails and things like that to hold on to. And Conchetto Ridge itself is the scariest bit of climbing I've ever done in my life. Didn't last that long, but it's just straight down on either side.
And it's mental.
And you know, there's a metal chain there, but sometimes it's really low, like knee height. Sometimes it feels like it's shoulder height and you could just fall straight through. So I filmed the first bit and then put the camera away so I could really concentrate. And then I carried on up onto this peak. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's got the best view back down over Bansko. I've got one more peak over there to the right. Just need to go along this ridge and then it'll be home time, I think. Okay, 3rd peak done. There it is, right behind me there. It's called Cotello. I quickly just checked the map and it looks like this is the way. Straight down here and then down through that valley. It's about 4 o'clock now, maybe 1:15. Let's see how quickly we can get back to Paisi, and looking forward to beer and pizza. Yes! Well, I think it's fair to say attempting to walk down there was one of the less inspired decisions I've ever had. I was sketchy as hell. Never really felt in danger, but I just didn't quite know exactly where the trail was, which is always a bit of a worry. It definitely wasn't marked at all. So hopefully all of that stuff is behind us and we'll have a nice little trot back down into town now. We've made it back onto the trail and it looks like a trail for the first time since I joined it at the top of the hill there. Now I feel 100% confident that I'm going to be back in civilization in the not too distant future. It's 7:15. It's 7.3 kilometers back to Paisi, and this track is just made for running on. So 11 hours of hiking, that's no reason not to run the last hour. Let's go.